Let us come back to our topic, how to solve a linear equation. Okay. So yesterday we have studied about what is a linear equation, what is a simple equation, and how to solve the linear equation. Today we are going to learn how to solve the linear equations. So linear equation in the sense, first of all, what is mean by a linear equation? In one variable. So linear equation in one variable is nothing but just a simple equation only. Why? Because see, 7x plus 5 is equal to 0. So whenever we are checking whether it is a linear equation or not, we are checking its degree, that's all. So here degree of this equation is 1 and only one variable is there. That's why it is also called as simple equation. So the equation in the form of ax plus b is equal to 0 and a is not equal to 0. Such type of equations are said to be linear equations. So general form of the linear equation is ax plus b is equal to 0. So linear equation in one variable is also called as simple equation. Now coming to the how to solve the equations. Yesterday I have explained about three different types how we are solving an equation. So usually we are going to use only transposition method. So now I am going to use transposing method only to solve different types of questions. And in all these questions we have the variable only one side. So how to simplify this type of questions we are going to learn now. Now solving a linear equation, solving a linear equation having the variable only one side, having the variable on one side. So when one side only we have the variable, how to solve the linear equation we are going to understand. So now my first question is 3y plus 39 is equal to 8. Okay, so whether it is a linear equation or not, we will check. So degree of this equation is 1, so it is a linear equation. Okay, and at left side of the, what is the LHS of the equation? 3y plus 39. What is the RHS of the equation? 8. So at left side we have y, variable y. Only one side we have the variable, not both the sides. So how to simplify this type of equations we will see. So whatever variable term is there, keep the term left side only, remaining extra terms bring another side. So 3y I am keeping here only. So what is there at right side? 8 we have. So first whatever number is there at the right side, write that one only first. Then bring the left side whatever values are there this side. So plus 39 is here, bring this side. What it will come? Minus 39. Then 3y is equal to 39 minus 8 is 31. Because minus is there, so minus 31. So y will be equal to here into operation. So by transposing, it will become division. So minus 31 by 3. So what is the solution of this equation? Minus 31 by 3. Whether it is correct or not, we need to check our result also. So for checking purpose, what is the LHS of the equation? Take. What is the LHS of this equation? 3y plus 39. Yes? So now whether it is correct or not, we will check. Take y value is equal to minus 31 by 3. So 3 into minus 31 by 3 plus 39. So 1 by 3 will get cancelled. Minus 31 plus 39. 39 minus 31 is nothing but 8. So what is the RHS given in the equation? 8 only. So therefore LHS is equal to RHS for y is equal to minus 31 by 3. That's why y is equal to minus 31 by 3 is the root of this equation or solution of this equation. Okay. Now coming to the another question. 7 by 4 minus p is equal to 11. 7 by 4 minus p is equal to 11. So how we need to simplify this one? What I told you, whatever variable term is there, keep left side, remaining terms bring right side. So here instead of plus p we have minus p. So write minus p only here, no problem. Otherwise we want plus p value. So bring right side that term. Now my first number is 7 by 4, I am not disturbing now. Okay, is equal to 11 minus p by bringing this side plus p, because we want plus value of p, not minus value of p. Okay, now I am exchanging LHS to RHS, RHS to LHS. That is 3 equal to x means x is equal to 3 also. Both are same. So LHS is equal to RHS, RHS is equal to LHS. That's why 11 plus p is equal to 7 by 4. Now plus p we have. So bring what is the extra term here? 11. So translate this side. So plus p is equal to 7 by 4. 11 is nothing but plus 11. By bringing this side, it will come minus 11. Then p is equal to, because one is fraction, one is normal number, then go for cross multiplication. 7 ones are 7 minus 4 11s are 44 by 4 ones are 4. So p is equal to 44 minus 7. Okay, 44 minus 7. How much write down? 37. So because 44 having minus sign, so minus 37 by 4. Minus 37 by 4. So minus 37 by 4 is the p value for this equation. Okay. Once again I am telling, whenever if you are having minus p, minus values for variables, first try to eliminate minus for the variable. So that's why I have changed this minus p to right side, then it will become plus p. It has become plus p. Now if it is at LHS side, then it is convenient for our calculations. For that sake, I am changing LHS to RHS, RHS to LHS. There is no problem if we are changing the terms like that. So, means sides completely if we are changing, LHS is equal to RHS. And here I have written RHS is equal to LHS. If we are changing like this, there is no difference. Okay. So, like this we can write. Like that, we got the p value minus 37 by 4. Now check whether this is correct or wrong. Check whatever we got a p value, that is correct or not. What we got the p value? Minus 37 by 4. So what is the LHS of the original equation? 7 by 4 minus p. So which is equal to 7 by 4 minus p value is minus 37 by 4. Okay. So 7 by 4 minus into minus will become plus 37 by 4. So this is common denominator 4 and sum of the numerators is 7 plus 37, which is equal to 44 by 4. 4 ones are 4 11s are. So which is equal to 11. And what is our RHS? RHS also equal to 11. Therefore LHS is equal to RHS. That means whatever value we got for p, that is the correct value of the given equation. Okay, so here only we are checking whether we got the correct result or not, also we are checking. So there is no confusion for simplifying this type of problems. Now coming to the next example. So now exercise problems I am explaining. I am showing exercise problems under this condition only, with the variable only one side, not on both sides. For this only I am giving the questions. So our first exercise completely depending on that condition only. Exercise 2.1. Solving an equation having the variable on only one side. How to solve? So my first question is 6m is equal to 12. So solve the following equations. Solve the following. First question is 6m is equal to 12. So how I need to solve this? I'm using transposing method only. So what is the relation is there between these two? Here only one term we have at LHS, that is 6m, and between 6 and m we have multiplication. So while we are transforming multiplication to another side, it will become division. So m will be equal to, what is the RHS? 12. So now this number we are bringing this side into bringing this side. So it will become division by 6. 6 ones are 6 twos are. So m is equal to 2. Now check whether it is correct or not. So what is the LHS of the equation? 6m. So we are checking. 6 into what we got m value? 2. So 6 into 2, 6 twos are 12. And what is the RHS value? 12 only. So therefore LHS is equal to RHS. So whatever I have told you, that is correct. And coming to the next second equation, 14p is equal to minus 42. Same here also, again this type of question only, again multiplication only. So very simple. What is the variable in this question? P. And so how we have to simplify? P is equal to, what is the RHS? Minus 42. So because here 14 is multiplication, while we are transferring this side, it will become division. Okay? 14 ones are, 14 threes are. So P equal to minus 3. That's all. Now again check the result. So what is the LHS of the equation? 14p. 14 into, what is the p value? Minus 3. So 14 threes are 42, because of minus 42. And what we have the RHS? Minus 42. Therefore LHS is equal to RHS for p equal to minus 3. That's why p equal to minus 3 is the solution of this equation, 14p equal to minus 42. Now coming to the another type of question, minus 5y is equal to 30. Minus 5y is equal to 30. Okay. Now again same type. So what is the variable here? Y. Keep y here. Remaining extra term bring this side. Divided by. So because here multiplication, while we are bringing this side division, we are dividing with minus 5. 5 ones are 5 6 are. So y is equal to 6 by minus 1. That is nothing but y is equal to minus 6. So already we know that when we are multiplying or dividing with the minus 1, we will get the additive inverse of the given number. So here for 6, additive inverse is minus 6 because we are dividing with minus 1. Okay. So now check the result. What is the LHS? Minus 5y. What is y value? Minus 6. Minus 5 into minus 6. Minus into minus will become plus. 5 6 are 30 plus 30. So what we have at RHS? Plus 30. So our LHS and RHS both are equal. That means y value minus 6 is the
LHS of the equation is equal to minus 4x and we got x value as 6. So 2 into 6 Okay, x is equal to minus 3, right? Whether it is correct or not. Lx is equal to 34x. 34 into minus 3. 2 ones are 40. 2 sevens are 40. So 70 into minus 3. 70 is 51. Because of minus, so minus 51. In RHS, we are having minus 51. So what is the that is correct? Instead of a whole number or an integer, we are giving the fractional number. Fractional number we got the answer. Okay. Now coming to the other problem. Till now we have the four multiplication rules. First one example, sir. First five questions in the exercise all are written for multiplication. Now sixth question is n by 7 is equal to minus 3. So division is n by 7 is equal to minus 3. So here we are going to apply our operations: multiplication, division, addition, subtraction, everything. N by 7 is equal to minus 3. So here division. By bringing this side, what it will come? Multiplication. So n is equal to minus 3. Here extra term is sitting and that is in division. So while we are bringing this side, it will become multiplication. 7. So n is equal to minus 3 7 are 21. Okay. Now check. LHS of the given equation equal to n by 7. So n value we got minus 21 by 7. 7 was the 7 3. So minus 3. And minus 3 is the RHS. So LHS is equal to RHS. That means whatever we got, the answer is correct. So this is given for division. Now another question. 2x by 3 is equal to 18. Now, so first of all, compare step by step, otherwise in single step also we can do, but I am going step by step. Here division is there. In the division, see, we know that according to the Karma's rule, first priority between division and multiplication will include equal division only. Yes, so translate division. 2x is equal to 18. So divided by 3 becomes into 3. Okay. Now x is equal to 18 into 3. So here we have into. By bringing this side, it will become division divided by 2. 2 ones are 2 9. So x is equal to 9 is 27. So this is one way. Otherwise, 2x by 3 is equal to 8. That means just observe 2 by 3 into x is equal to 8. So now please remember here this side. When you are translating one of the fraction number to another side, you are bringing fraction number to the another side. You need to take this as so 2 by 8 will become 3 by 8. That's right. 2 1 2 9. So it's equal to 9 side. That's all. So check the result. Now next problem. 3x plus 1 is equal to 16. X plus 1 is equal to 16. So here how do we simplify? Dx. First variable term we need to keep there, and then extra terms we have to bring another side. Is equal to 16 plus 1 by bringing this side minus 1.
Okay, now continue to this transformation. When we are finding variable value, whatever extra terms are there, eliminate one by one. So here 3x is in multiplication. 3 is in multiplication with x. So we will not touch first. 3x keep there only. Plus 1 bring this side. It will become minus 1. So then 3x is equal to 16 minus 1, 15. Then here again same procedure whatever we did till now. So x is equal to 15 and here into 3 by bringing this side divided by 3. So 15 by 3. 3 ones are 3 fives are. X is equal to 5. Whether it is correct or not, check. Take LHS of the equation. What is the LHS of the equation? 3x plus 1. So here 3 into x value is 5 plus 1. 3 5 is 15 plus 1 which is equal to 16. So 16 is the RHS of the equation. So both are correct. That's all. Then coming to the another example, another question. 3p minus 7 is equal to 0. So here what we need to find p value. So p term keep here only, that is 3p is equal to 0 minus 7 by bringing this side plus 7. 0 plus 7 is nothing but 7 itself. So 3p is equal to 7 and p will be equal to 7 by 3 bringing this side by 3 because here into 3 while we are bringing this side by 3. So p is equal to 7 by 3. Now checking. LHS is equal to 3p minus 7. So what we got p value? 7 by 3. 3 into 7 by 3 minus 7. So 3 will get cancelled. 7 will remain. Minus 7. 7 minus 7 is nothing but 0. And what we have RHS? 0 only. So LHS is equal to RHS. That means p value equal to 7 by 3. Correct answer. Now coming to the next question. Thirteen minus 6n is equal to 7. Okay. Here, so minus 6n we have. First of all, we want plus value. Okay, leave. Afterwards, we will do. Minus 6n keep here only. What is the extra number? 13 plus 13. Bring this side. 7 minus 13 plus 13 by transforming this side minus 13. Minus 6n is equal to 7 minus 13. Minus 6. 13 minus 7 is 6. So 13 is having minus sign, so minus 6. Now n is equal to minus 6 by minus 6. Minus minus will get cancelled. 6 ones are 6 ones are. So n is equal to 1. So whether it is correct or not, check. 6 into 1, 6. 13 minus 6 is 7. So 7 only we will get. So that checking you only do. Okay, now coming to the next problem. $200y minus 51 is equal to 49. Now y value we need to find. So 200y here only we will keep 49. Extra value is minus 51. By bringing this side it will become plus 51. So 200y is equal to, simplify this one first. 51 plus 49, 100. So y is equal to 100 by 200 because here 200 is in multiplication. So by we will get 2 zeros will get cancelled. Y is equal to 1 by 2. So what is the value of y? 1 by 2. And checking you have to do yourself. And some of the questions I am going to give now. So try those questions yourself and check the result also. Observe the 12th problem. 11n plus 1 is equal to 1. And another problem. 7x minus 9 is equal to 16. And 14th problem. 8x plus 5 by 2 is equal to 13. So here 11n plus 1 is equal to 1. Very simple. N value we need to find. 11n is equal to 1 plus 1 by bringing this side minus 1. 1 minus 1 is equal to 0. And n is equal to 0 by 11. 0 by anything is 0 only. That's all. So n value is 0. Whether it is correct or not, check. So LHS of the equation is equal to 11n plus 1. So 11 into 0 plus 1. 0 multiplied by any number is 0 plus 1. 0 plus 1 is nothing but 1. So which is equal to RHS. Means whatever value we got for n, that is correct. Okay. Once again I am telling, observe. So plus 1 by bringing this side minus 1. 1 minus 1 will be 0. 0 by anything is 0. But any number by 0 is not defined. If 0 numerator we are getting, that answer is 0. If 0 we are getting in the denominator, that is not defined. Remember this. I am coming to the next problem. This is very simple. So what we have to find? X value. Keep x term here only. 7x I am keeping here is equal to. So first RHS we have 16. Minus 9 by bringing this side plus 9. So 7x is equal to 16 plus 9. How much? 25. And x will be equal to 25 because here multiplication by bringing this side 25 by 7. Now check the result. What we will get? LHS of the equation is equal to 7x minus 9. So 7, x value is 25 by 7 minus 9. 7 will get cancelled. 25 minus 9. 25 minus 9 is nothing but 16. So RHS of the equation also 16. Therefore both are correct. And coming to this type of question. See, whenever you are getting rational number form, in that case, go for cross multiplication. Otherwise, after the conversion, go for cross multiplication. Whatever is easy for you, do that. See, instead of doing the cross multiplication here, just observe x term only one number is there. And these two are the numbers. So try to simplify the numbers itself. If you are having two sides variables, in that case, if here also if you have x, in that case, first these two go for LCM, cross multiplication. So first these two terms. But now we don't have x constant term. Now bring this term this side first and simplify. Then you will get easily the solution. Now 8x is equal to 13 plus 5 by 2 will become minus 5 by 2. Now do the simplification first. 8x is equal to cross multiplication. 13 to the 26 minus 5 because here by 1. 1 5 is 5 divided by 1 into 2 is 2. So 8x is equal to 26 minus 5 is 21 by 2. So x is equal to 21 by 2. Because it is in multiplication, here it will come under division 2 into 8. So x is equal to 21 by 16. Now check. LHS of the given equation is equal to 8x plus 5 by 2. So substitute x value here 8 into 21 by 16 plus 5 by 2. So 8 ones are 8 twos are 21 by 2 plus 5 by 2 we have now. That is nothing but 21 plus 5 by 2, which is equal to 26 by 2. 26 by 2 is nothing but 13. So that is RHS. Whatever we got the x value, that is correct. Okay. Now coming to the next type of question. After this, I will give you some questions. So simplify yourself those questions and check the result also. Fifteenth question. 4x minus 5 by 3 is equal to 9. And the 16th question. X plus 4 by 3 equal to 3 1 by 2. So all these problems from first exercise. Now, so as I told you, when variables are there, then simplify at variable side. But 5 by 3 is a number and 9 also is a number. So bring this 5 by 3 this side. 4x is equal to 9 minus 5 by 3 by bringing this side plus 5 by 3. Then 4x is equal to 3 9s are 27 plus 5 by 3 1s are 3. 9 is nothing but 9 by 1. So go for cross multiplication. 9 3s are 27, 1 5s are 5 by 1 into 3 is 3, which is equal to 27 plus 5, 32 by 3. Okay. Then x is equal to 32 by 3 into 4. Here 4 we are having in multiplication. So while we are bringing this side, it will come in the division part. So that is denominator by 4. 4 1s are 4 8s are. So x is equal to 8 by 3 is our answer. Now check. LHS of the equation is equal to 4x minus 5 by 3. So 4 into x value is 8 by 3 minus 5 by 3. 4 8 is 32 by 3 minus 5 by 3. Now 32 minus 5 by 3. 32 minus 5 is nothing but 27 by 3. 3 ones are 3 9s. So which is equal to 9. So RH is also equal to 9. So both are correct. Now coming to this question. First of all, it is a mixed fraction. So convert this one into improper. X plus 4 by 3 is equal to 3 2s are 6, 6 plus 1, 7 by 2. I hope you know how to convert mixed fraction to improper and improper to mixed because you are in 8th now. So you can understand easily. So now x is equal to plus 4 by 3 by bringing this side minus 4 by 3. 7 by 2 minus 4 by 3. Now go for LCM or cross multiplication. 3 7s are 21 minus 2 4s are 8 by 2 3s are 6. 21 minus 8. That is 13 by 6. So that's all. X value we got 13 by 6. Now check your result. LHS of the equation is equal to x plus 4 by 3. So that is x value is equal to 13 by 6 plus 4 by 3. Now 13 plus see 3 and 6 LCM is 6. In 3 table we will get 6. That's right. So 6. 3 table when we will get the 6? 3 2s are 6. So 2 4s are 8 by 6. Otherwise, as usual, if you want to go for LCM, cross multiplication, go. 13 3s are 39 plus 6 4s are 24 by 6 3s are 18. Now, 4 plus 9, 13 and 6, 63 by 18. So, both can cancel in which table? 9 table. 9 7s are 63. 9 2s are 18. 7 by 2. 7 by 2 is nothing but 2 3s are 6. 1 by 2. So, our answer is 3 1 by 2. Same. Okay. So, like this, we need to simplify the linear equations which are having only for in all these questions we have variable only one side. In our further exercise, we are going to learn when variable is lying both the sides, how we have to simplify. Okay. Now today I am giving some of the questions to simplify for practice purpose. Note those questions. Solve the following equations. Solve the following equations and check your result. My first question is 4x plus 6 is equal to 8. And second question is 2x minus 7 is equal to 35. And third, 3x plus 5 is equal to 14. And fourth question is x by 3 plus 5 is equal to 0. And my fifth question is 13t minus 26 is equal to 39. And sixth problem, 15y is equal to 75. And my next question is n by 7 is equal to minus 8. And next eighth question is minus 12x is equal to minus 42. Okay. And my ninth question is 2x plus 5 by 3 is equal to 5. And 10th question is for p 7p minus 3 by 2 is equal to 11. Okay. So these 10 problems, solve yourself and check the results also. Whatever method you want to follow, follow. That is, we have 3 methods: trial and error method, transposing method, without transposing method. Just now, whatever I have explained, all those in transposing method. So you need to remember, whenever you are transforming one term to another term, you have to remember these rules. When plus is translating, we have to write it as minus, and minus should be converted to plus. Into should be converted to division, division should be converted to into. So like these 4 mathematical operations, we have to apply on equations. So because here only one side we have the variable, there is no difficulty to simplify this type of simple equation. Okay. Why I am telling simple equation? Because only one variable is there for all these equations. So all these are simple equations also. Linear equation in one variable is a simple equation. Okay. Now, so completely practice these problems and check the result. By using transposing method only, do all these problems. Okay. Now, okay, here we need to remember some topics of whatever we have discussed yesterday. That is, what is meant by a linear equation. So the equation having the degree 1 is known as a linear equation. And if the equation having degree 1 and it is having only one variable, so it is a linear equation in one variable. So consider all these examples. Every equation having degree 1 and only one variable. That's why linear equation in one variable. Okay. And coming to the next, if simple equation. Simple equation means an equation having only one variable. Such equation is known as a simple equation. And next, every equation must have two sides, LHS and RHS. LHS is for left hand side and RHS is for right hand side. So like that, all these points you need to remember. And how to simplify, this is the simplification method. And now further, I'm going some of the different examples. So like word problems, how we are going to get the equations, we will see. Now coming to the next topic. So in 7th class, you have studied about parallel lines and transversal concept. Yes. So now coming to our topic, why I am telling that means, see how we are using the equation in that case. We have done several problems, but you don't know that we are using the equation. In 7th class, we have simplified this type of question. Okay, observe my question now. L is parallel to M, then find the value of, if L is parallel to M, then find the value of X. So this is my question. Now observe the solution. L is parallel to M. So whenever two parallel lines concept came. Now what about N? What we will call for N? So L and M both are parallel lines. What about N? N is a transversal. What is the transversal? A line which is meeting two or more than two lines. Two or more than two. Okay. Two or more than two lines at different points. At different points, such line is known as a transversal. Okay. So when parallel lines and transversal concept, we have several rules. So once I am revising all those. When L is parallel to M, then the corresponding angles are equal. Are you remember what are the corresponding angles? See, here I am taking only two lines. So let us simplify this. Before explaining this example, whatever we have studied the topics about parallel lines and transversal, I am explaining once again. L, M, and here N. So here total how many angles are formed by the transversal N? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Total how many angles are formed? Total 8 angles are formed by transversal in this figure. Okay. And here I am taking L is parallel to M. Okay. When see here, what are the different types of angles? First angle is there here, angle 1, okay, and angle 5. I am considering angle 1 and angle 5. How are they? See, just observe, they are lying for this transversal. So first condition, we need to check on which side of the transversal those angles are lying. Angle 1 and angle 5, both are lying same side of the transversal. Both are lying right side, same side of the transversal. And see inside whatever place is there between L and M, that is interior of L and M. Okay. And remaining part out of L and M, that is exterior part. So here exterior angles are angle 1, angle 4, angle 6, angle 7. And angle 2, angle 3, angle 5, angle 8 are interior angles. Yes. So now angle 1 is exterior angle because it is outside. Angle 5 is interior angle. And angle 1, angle 5 both are lying same side of the transversal. So angle 1, angle 5 lying same side of the transversal and one is inside, one is outside. Such angles are said to be corresponding angles. Corresponding angles. Okay, I hope you remember these topics. Corresponding angles, alternate angles, and angle co-interior angles. Okay, so now corresponding angles are nothing but the angles which are lying same side of the transversal and one is interior, one is exterior. Such angles are said to be corresponding angles. So 1 and 5 is one pair of exterior angles for this figure. Like that, how many pairs are there? 4 and 8. Angle 4, comma, angle 8. Next, angle 2, angle 6. And angle 3, angle 7. All these are the corresponding angles. A pair of angles which are lying same side of the transversal and one is interior, one is exterior. Now coming to the alternate angles. So in case of parallel lines, always corresponding angles are equal. For that sake only I am telling. So always corresponding angles are equal in case of parallel lines. So now coming to this, how are they represented here? See, I am talking about angle 4 and angle 6 and angle 3, angle 5, angle 1, angle 7, angle 2, angle 8. Okay. So just observe these pair of angles. 4, 6 lying same interior of the L and M. Both are interior angles, and one is the right side of the transversal, and another one is the left side of the transversal. So if the two angles are either side of the transversal and both are interior, those are said to be alternate interior angles. Okay. 3 and 5 both are interior and either side of the transversal, opposite side. So 3 and 5 are alternate interior angles only again. Coming to 1 and 7, both are exterior and opposite sides. So 1 and 7 are alternate exterior angles. So these also equal. Yes or no? So we will continue this topic in the tomorrow's class. So once revise what are the topics we have related to transversal and parallel lines. Once check, and whatever exercise problems today I have given, try to do yourself.